A warm good evening, everyone. It's a great Sunday today. It's the fourth day of the International E-Conclave. Very interesting day because on the last 4 days we have been, since the last 3 days we have been speaking about a lot of things about pharmacotherapy related to tobacco cessation. So, because now we are moving towards the panel discussion.
And let's have those brief but very critical remarks, gems of wisdom, experience, advice from a panel that I think I'm more than privileged to moderate. And now we have the president of the Indian Association for Surgical Oncology. We have Dr. Arnab. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Dr.
Yeah.
Arnab Gupta, sir,
Yeah.
please.
First of all, thanks to the organizers for having me and the association on board. We have actually done programs jointly earlier with Oncology Society of Bengal and Indian Association of Surgical Oncology. I have a special passion for this anti-tobacco thing, anti-tobacco campaign. But my experience, unfortunately, has been bad. I will tell you why. First of all, over the weekends, not during the pandemic, but we had been doing anti-tobacco campaignings in schools and colleges. And now it's happening virtually. But what is happening is, even after, if I go back to the same school or college, or talk to the teacher or the people whom we had spoken to, I will probably find out 1,000 one has given up. So it's not easy. We have a charitable cancer hospital in Calcutta. We have actually started, setting up an NRT clinic in our hospital with Professor Chittaranjan Chaudhary. I think most of the people in ICanCaRe, my dear friend Dr. Arnab Gupta, and most of the wonderful team that we have had him on board in one of the meetings. He actually helped us in setting up this NRT clinic. I think the problem is, when you set up an NRT clinic, cancer hospital, the people who are diagnosed with cancer, they have already kind of quitted tobacco. So it's not a problem. If you try and catch them, at a pre-cancer stage, they will not go up to the NRT clinic. They'll actually, try to find the exit door and leave. It's actually all about the motivation that comes from within. I will give you one or two examples. My HOD, surgical oncology, he's a head and neck surgeon, by the way. He knows all the bad effects of tobacco. He actually teaches people how to quit tobacco. He knows all about NRT, but he's the one who spends maximum time in the toilet smoking. I'll tell you about my father, who was the founder of this cancer hospital in Kolkata, Saroj Gupta. Dr. Saroj Gupta was his name. In 1973, when he was setting up this hospital, I remember one particular day, I was only 7 years old at that time. There was a mason, Mistri, who was sitting on a piece of brick. He was smoking bidi, and my father was smoking a cigarette, and he was quite anxious, obviously, trying to set up a hospital without any money at all. They just had a piece of land. But the Mistri actually told him, the mason, that, you can't do any justice to this cancer hospital. You'll not succeed. He was very offended. He said, why? Because you are actually a smoker yourself. So how can you teach people to give up smoking? So the same evening, I remember I was only 7 years old. Like I said, he said, I'm going to quit tobacco from tomorrow. I was kind of surprised because I've seen him as a chain smoker, but the motivation has to be there, like I said. And the next morning he quitted and he never smoked thereafter. So it's all about motivation, number one. And I fully agree with Dr. Bera. I actually say the same thing in different forums, that it's like double standard. We are trying to set up NRT clinics. ICanCaRe is doing a wonderful job. All the ministry is trying to combat tobacco in different ways. We are doing anti-tobacco campaigns. The shops have been shifted from 100 meters from the school to 150 meters. We'll set up, probably some new designs on the tobacco packs to scare people. But as long as the tobacco is available, I think it's never going to be, excuse me if I'm wrong, is never going to be 100% success. So the best thing, I don't know how, it's easier said than done, to stop tobacco manufacturing altogether, to stop selling tobacco altogether. And you might be surprised how we can do that, because the government is getting so much of taxes. Just try to think, how the world recovered after World War, First World War and Second World War, how people have diversified in different business after COVID. People who had been selling, wonderful cars, they have gone into manufacturing PPEs. You must have realized that. So I'm sure, if we have a will, we have so many, stalwarts in this forum. You can all do some brainstorming. I had a small suggestion, like if you take away 1% of the salary of people who are earning, say, more than 10,000, it's not it's not going to cause much of difference to their livelihood. But the money, given the huge population that we have, and also the rehabilitation of the people who are into the tobacco industry, you can rehabilitate them and make them develop nicotine patches, chewing gums, so that way you can actually make them involved in other professions.